All right, looks like we're up and running. Hello, everyone. Today we're going to go ahead and continue on from last week's video, and we're going to set up a Docker container that will actually function as a rudimentary server. And I think to do this, we're going to use, what is that web server called? Apache, the one that comes with every Linux. All right, last time we worked a little bit with the Debian Slimbox, I believe. And you can see our run file there. So we did cover how to open ports. All right, how do we want to run this? I think the first thing we want to do is create a Docker file. And a Docker file is useful because it can set up, it automates a lot of the setup of your containers. So instead of getting a basic Debian Bookworm Slim, you can have things installed on it, you can have things start automatically, all that kind of magical stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. How about that seems fine. Alrighty. Docfile.apache is a directory. Why did we do that? Oh, haha. Dockerfile.apache. There we go. Alright, we're going to use keyword from because that's how you start from a predefined image. You can always start from scratch, but that is a level that I have not explored yet. So we're probably going to want to start from Debian Bookworm Slim. Then, I might actually have to yutz around with this a little. I think it might come with Apache. Let's find out. Run is the command to run things as if you were on the terminal. It cannot do everything, so CD, notably, is not a valid option here. You'll have to use other things to navigate around the file system if that's what you need. But we should be able to run apt install. Debian will demand that you do this. Apache, you can get away without doing it. We want apt update. And then we're going to want... I think you can just do this. Install, let's try Apache 2, I believe is the name. Then CMD, let us try Big X, maybe? Is it Big X? Might be Big D. Try Big X. Let's see what that does. Save modified buffer. Yes, we do. Okay. Now we need to build our image. And we're going to do that with a build script. Page, give it the old shebang there. Bash should be fine. Docker, build. And how does this one work? I think you just give this a -t for the tag, and we'll go ahead and call this Apache, and we are going to, I think you need a -f dockerfile.apache, and then it needs a build context, which I believe is, unless you're doing something really strange, always just going to be current working directory. That might do the trick. Yep. chmod. I always put this one in backwards. 700 is root everything, nothing for anyone else. So that'll make our build file executable. Very important. And what do we get here? Huh. Ah! Okay, here. This is something you'll run into over and over, so it's good that it came up. When you are going to install things, you have to use this -y option. If anything that it's doing here encounters anything that requires user interactivity, it will fail. Usually it does a timeout, so it takes extra long to fail, which is super cool, and I love it. That might work now. What do we got? Hey! Let's install stuff. It says it's done, so that obviously means we need to wait. Have to get a new camera at some point. Let's see if we can run it. Okay, so if we what's the easiest way to do this? Copy run.dev.sh to run.apache.sh. How about that? I go 3000 to 80 should be fine. It's going to be Apache, and we actually called the image Apache as well. Got extra space in there, doesn't hurt anything, but I don't like it, so we're taking it out. I think L should tell us whether it's executable. It looks like it is. All right, let's see. Docker ps-a should give us all the running stuff. What on earth is that? -f hopeful pair. Get rid of that. I don't know what that is. And it exited. Okay, cool. Let's see what's going on. I think it's Docker logs Apache should give us something. HTTPD not found. All right. You know what? Let's cheat a little. Happen to have Apache 2 installed over here. Let's see what we got. It is Big X. Oh, and you run it with Apache 2. Okay. In Alpine. Was I calling Alpine Apache earlier? Ooh, bet that was confusing for everybody. Alpine, it's called HTTPD. I think it's just for backwards compatibility with some other stuff, but we do actually have a -x option here. Let's make sure that's actually the one we want as long as we're here. Only one worker will be started and the server will not detach from the console. Okay, so that's probably not ideal, but it'll work. Yeah, okay. Come on. There we go. Nano. Apache. And we're actually going to go through the trouble of rebuilding it if I can find that line. Uh-oh. That doesn't look right. Oh, maybe it'll work anyway. Think the continue. Oh, okay. What did I just... Okay, I don't think I blew anything up. Let's Docker rm-f. Be careful with rm-f. You will delete things you don't mean to, and it will be funny. And then run Apache. PS-A. That exited too. What's that angry about? Line 80 default runtime must be a valid directory. Oh boy, okay. Well, I thought this was going to be an easy one. Docker rm-f. Then I think we can actually just put our tail dev null. Got it back. Docker exec-ti. You're correct. Bash. There we go. And what was it complaining about? Okay. Do I have Nano installed here? I don't think I do. There has to be a better apt install Nano. Cool. I was complaining about line 80. Let's see if we can find that. Apache runtime dir. Well, cd var www. That's where it usually is, right? Okay, let's try that. What is the command that just takes you to a line? Is that one? There we go. Big X. Okay, config variable not defined. All right. Maybe I got saucy about this. How did I get this thing running last time? Huh. I had another project I used where I did run this on a Debian box, but I moved it all over to Alpine. I don't remember how I did it on the Debian box now. Oh, all part of working with computers. These are all warnings. Where does it actually pull these from? You know what? Let's Can I do that? Hey, there we go. Oh, no. That script isn't going to work. TIO. Can we do that? No such package. What about Apache 2? Hey, there we go. Cool. Reliably turn just press this message. Okay. Alright. A little bit of a left turn here. Docker. PS-A. Dockerfile Apache. So we're going to take this from Alpine latest. There is an APK update, but I don't think we actually need it. And Apache 2. Do we need -y for that? That should do the trick. That'll work. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, reclaimed a whole gig. Wowzers. Okay, cool. And then want to run Apache. What do we got in here? Name Apache. Okay, that should work. Alright. Is that actually running? That's actually running. Okay. Some sort of issue with the configuration file. We could have figured that out, but we are starting to get up there on time, and I kind of wanted to show this working. So that looks like that's actually up and running. I think at this point we can just open up Firefox. What kind of crazy crap comes up when I do this? Session restore. Get bent. I don't want to restore my session. Should be the only thing running on 3000. It works! That is actually the default page for the... Why is it showing us the React? Huh. Well, I'm not going to worry about it. That is actually the default page for the Alpine version of Apache. So, as you can see, it works. Brief recap of what we did here. We created a Docker file. Looks a little something like this. Start with a pre-built image, almost always. You can do from scratch, but that's kind of an advanced thing. You're going to install the stuff you need, and you're going to run a command. In this case, we fired up httpd, and then we gave it the tailf dev null, because that's how you get it to, how do I describe that? it's how you get it to just keep running without shutting down, even if everything's backgrounded, is you just and tail dev null. And then from there, we used the build script. Looks like that. Docker build, -t for tag, that's its name, -f for the Docker file you're going to use. And your last argument here is going to be your build context, almost always present working directory. And then we ran it with this run script. Which D gives you detach mode, P is for ports. The name, we just named it Apache again. That's the name of the image right there. We named the image Apache 2, not confusing at all. And this little -1 here is if we wanted to run it with a different command executing, but you can leave it blank and it'll handle that just fine. I hope you all learned something today, and I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye, Z's.